Hey, what's up, guys? Just a quick little video, nothing particularly special or super interesting, but a couple people were asking me if I knew any like videos of just Shadow Priest doing rotation to just kind of they could watch to see what to do to stay in void form as long as they could. So figured I'd just DPS the dummy a little. Obviously, you can see this about 800,000 times throughout my stream because I play Shadow Priest, but just this here exclusively mashing some dummy, so yeah, and hanging out with me. There it is. You can hear my awesome keyboard clicks. This is obviously a 3-target cleave. I'll also show a single target here. But this is more fun, right? I'm gonna see if I can try to grab 70 stacks here without a dispersion. Obviously here I'm running the Mindbender talent. Also running Auspicious Spirits, Lingering Insanity, Twist of Fate. Cookie Cutter standard spec, you know, for current 7.2.5. See if I get good RNG with these tendrils and shit. Oh, look at that. 72 stacks. Not bad. Oh, 73. Okay. It's actually pretty good for my first try. And let me show you here. I've got... I upgraded to the new Twin Top Insanity bar from the old one. I customized it a little bit. One of the things I customized was that it, out of combat, will continue to show me my Lingering Insanity stacks and the remaining time until all Lingering Insanity stacks have drained off. But I like this one because it has the haste and void form stacks in the bar, so I don't need those extra weak auras up there, big screen blockers, to show me that stuff. So pretty cool. I've got all this stuff up. The main weak auras package here, my edit of it, my version is up on Wago, also on my paste bin. Exclamation UI for the Wago link, and then the paste bin links in my info below. Obviously you can find that. Let me show you here. Oh boy, my chat is scrolling away. So that wasn't a bad little first attempt. You can see here 72.49 seconds in void form, 73 stacks. I don't know why it's showing my final drain as 0 stacks. That's obviously not true. That bugged out apparently. Usually that'll show how much insanity I was draining per second at the end. Not that that's super relevant, but that's just an option with this insanity bar. It can print out after every void form. It prints out in your chat a little just info on how well you did, I guess. So I'll show you a little single target here. I'm gonna see if I can get 50 stacks on single target. Alright, so for single target on these dummies, obviously these dummies are cleavable. So what you do for single target is you'll throw a VT up on that guy and you'll throw pain on that guy over there. That way, while you mind flay this guy, your void bolt's going to keep the pain rolling on the other guy, but your mind sear or your mind flay will not cause mind sear and splash. So this is how you can use these dummies to test single target. Assuming, of course, that you don't have any trinkets that will splash. If you're trying to test a trinket that has splash damage, AoE splash, you won't be able to test that here as easily because it's still going to splash. You can't stop that. But by painting an off target, you can put your main rotation as a single target. As long as you can stare at this and not feel like, oh my god, I gotta put pain up. And we got 52 stacks on a pure single target. with just food buff, haste food buff. And you can see here, here's my current haste rating, or percent, my current stacks of lingering insanity and how long till they fall. And then I'll go void form. And now it's my current haste and my void form stacks. The default version of this bar also shows your estimated time until you drop out of void form and your current insanity drain per second in the middle here. I disable that because I don't necessarily need that. And when you first, if you get this bar just as it is, it's like takes up half the screen here. And for me to resize it and edit it the way I did to fit my UI, and I made a few changes to it, like where the void form's activatable, I changed that graphic and stuff. But anyway, for me to make it that small, in order to fit all that on there without it crunching together and overlapping, I had to make the font so tiny that you couldn't see it. So I got rid of that insanity drain and seconds until I drop void form thing. The time till you drop void form can be actually pretty useful. It is an estimated time, but that actually can be really useful because there's certain things you'll want to line up with how long until you come out of void form at the current rate. So like if you had like the Sentinel trinket from Sisters of the Moon there, and you want to pop that when you're like at the upper tier of void form, like you got 12 to 15 seconds left on void form, so that you're gaining the haste until you peak out, ending void form, and then you've got lingering insanity, and you're coming down on the back end of that, so you hit the optimal haste during the duration of that trinket as you build, and then as you fall, peaking in the middle. So, I mean, you'll pretty much be able to play that by ear without a little timer telling you you've got X seconds until you drop out, but it is there. It is an option you can turn on. So yeah, that's just a little bit there. And obviously this was play without the legendary belt. I haven't got it to drop yet. Clearly you can see I was using Safuz. I'm also using legendary helmet mainly because it dropped after patch and it's my second 970 until I get another upgrade, at which point I'll probably upgrade shoulders and use those until I eventually get the belt, and then I'll pretty much be using Safuz belt. But obviously if you have the belt, you get 2 charges of Mind Blast, and that'll change up the way you do things a little bit, and it'll actually probably make it better for you. And if you're using the shoulder, that'll change how many stacks you'll be able to get, because you're going to start with 3 stacks instead of 1. So, but yeah, that's no belt, no shoulders. What was it, 73 stacks on 3 target cleave, and 52 stacks on single target. Not too bad. Obviously that's standing still, doing no raid mechanics, smashing a dummy. You can get 50 stacks on a single target in raid doing mechanics. It's a little bit more difficult, but as you learn the fight and become more acclimated with the mechanics and timings, you'll get more and more adept at maximizing your void form stacks. And obviously not using tier 20 of any kind. I've got 2-piece tier 19 on still. I've gotten 0 tier from Tomb of Sargeras thus far. So yeah, that will obviously change again when you get tier 22 and 4-piece, because your insanity generation will increase a bit from your 2-piece, and your drain will be reduced from your 4-piece. So you will see awesome void form durations. Anyway guys, I'm gonna end this little video, clip it here, and fire up the stream and get to some live action, probably a little Mythic Plus action stuff today. But thanks for watching this. Hope it helped you out. Any Shadow Priests that were just looking for a little something. If you didn't notice, on the right side of the screen here, if you want to like, if you can't really tell when it's going fast what I was kind of doing, it's mostly obvious. If you play a Shadow Priest, you know what I'm doing. But there's all the spells that I'm casting in order, from top to bottom, top being the most recent spell cast. You can see where I clipped my Mind Flays, where, you know, everything like that. So that's all there for you if you're trying to review and be like, okay, what did he just do there? What was that? You know, there it all is. Alright guys, you got any other questions, leave it in the comments, hit me up on the stream, DM me, whatever, tweet me. It's all there, it's all out there. Twitch.tv/Koilie. Catch you later.